I came across this quote earlier today and it really resonates with me, and the quote goes like, maybe your garden isn't growing because every time a flower starts to grow, you cut it to prove someone that you're a gardener. And you should let that sit with you for a second, because a lot of people aren't struggling because they lack discipline or ideas. They're struggling because they keep interrupting their own progress. They start something, see the first signs of growth, and instead of letting it develop, they rush to show it. They talk about it, they post it, they explain it, they look for reassurance that they're on the right path. And in doing that, they expose something that's still quite fragile, because early progress needs protection. It needs time, repetition, and space to grow without being handled too much. But when you keep pulling something up to check on it, you're not helping it. You're stopping it from taking root. And that can actually be a waste of your time, when that time could be put towards working on it instead of just checking for results, checking to see if you've succeeded or whatever every 5 minutes. And confidence often is insecurity in disguise. The need to be seen as someone who's working on something replaces the patience required to actually finish it, so the garden never fully grows. And not because something isn't planted, but because nothing is allowed to mature. Real work is meant to be quiet at the beginning. There's nothing impressive for you to show, and that is the point. The work isn't for validation from anyone, it's for results and setting the seeds to let your garden flourish. Because most things that end up working spend a long time looking unimpressive, uncertain, easy to abandon, easy to explain to anyone, and the people who eventually succeed aren't the ones who talked about it the most. They're the ones who resisted the urge to constantly prove that they were doing something and actually worked on it in silence. They let things grow. And this doesn't mean isolation or secrecy for the sake of it. It means restraint. It means knowing what to keep something to yourself for long enough so that it can survive without being defended. If you've been feeling like you're always starting but never arriving, look at where you're cutting things short in your life. Look at where you're trading growth for visibility. Because sometimes the most productive thing you can do is stop announcing it, stop explaining, and stop checking for applause. Plant the seed, water it, and leave it alone. Let the garden speak for itself when it's ready. You need to build an undeniable stack of proof for who you are without going around spreading the news telling everyone. So I hope this video has been helpful and giving people a new insight on how to approach their goals. So yeah, thank you for watching.